Okay, hey everybody, this is Grace. We just got out of a Chinese buffet restaurant. We just had it the other day, last week or the week before. And I had told Adam 2 days ago that I wanted to try something different. Well, that day that I told him that actually was Saturday and today's Tuesday, so the day I told him that, he saw something else, Sonic. So, oh, I want to go to Sonic. He's older than I. He is like that. Whatever he sees, oh, I gotta have that right then. And I'm like, whatever. But I told him today, for lunch, and we kept driving and driving. Couldn't find anything that just that we really wanted. Okay. And he kept saying things that we've already had. And I told him both days, I want something new, something I've never had before, something I've never tasted before, something different. And nope, he's that impulsive. Oh, there. So he kept saying, before we wound up here, we've been here many, many, many times. He kept saying, we could go there to the Chinese restaurant. They have lots of different things. It's a buffet. They have lots of different things. So we wound up here anyway. But man, I'm telling you, I last time we were here, like I said, a week or 2 weeks ago, I don't know, I didn't eat much. I usually don't eat much. He eats usually 2 to 3 times as much as I, and he's a smalls. He used to be he used to do when he was younger, bodybuilding kind of thing. He's gotten older, he's a smaller man, and but he can pack it in, man. I'm serious. He's one of those fast eaters too. Like yesterday we went to some place, and he got a burrito and a taco, soft taco. I got 2 soft tacos. I wasn't even finished with and there was some beans and rice in one bowl. And he was finished with his meal before I was finished with my 2 tacos. I was on my second taco when he was already finished with his it's a big burrito and his soft taco. And then he said, do you want these beans? So he ate. I had a couple bites of it, I think, 2 or 3, I don't know, and not much, just tasted them. And so he ate the rest. And he's a skinny guy. It's like, really, he's older than I. Skinny. But he does spend a lot of time out these days outside, working on the lawn and garden and stuff like that. So anyway, besides having allergies, I think the what's it called, jalapeno chicken kind of opened my sinuses a little bit. It was good. I love it. Okay, Adam had walked up and he's just standing there waiting on me. He was. Anyway, we come over here to this Home Depot, and I wanted to go to Dollar Tree, and he said, I'm not going to no dollar store. Okay, whatever. It's just got to be his way today, huh? Like, that's not that unusual. Anyway, there's a taco shop over here. It says Mexican food. Neither one of us knew that it was there. We'd never seen the building before, even. So it's been a while since we've been to this one. But I'm gonna go look at the plants. And my purpose was just to walk after eating, go and do some walking, putting on my walking shoes, and because I don't like eating and then just sitting down. Not like I have the best health, but I try. I usually don't. After eating, I got a restaurant or something, I want to go walk around a little bit. He, however, he eats so much, especially carbs, he wants to go to sleep. Wants to go home and take a nap. But he had to buy something for our front door. What's it called? The little thing in the front, underneath the door. I don't know what it's called, but anyway, the bottom part of the door. The one that keeps little bitty bugs from coming in, that kind of thing. And it keeps it from having that crack, you know, where air goes out and all that. He bought one. He left it on in the front part of the house on the floor, which is, we have it cut off for, you know, the dogs can't go in there. We had to rig up a plate and the, you know, rig it all up to where they couldn't come in there. Well, they learned. And our little baby girl, she's not quite, she's a teenager. I think she's pit bull and what is it called? Cane Corso? What is it called? Yeah, I think that's the mix, and she's kind of big. And she got it. She found a way in there, got it, put it on the sofa, and chewed it all up. Yeah. Anyway, so he's got to go buy a new one. I'm going to go to the garden center. Talk to you on another video. Or maybe wait, I'm going to add some more to it. I'll add some from the garden center. Okay, it's way later in the day. Pardon the view. I was going to go down to the park, but it's a hot day today, and I don't know if there would be any shade. And right now it's 91 degrees, and it's 7:24 p.m. May 13th, 2024. Wow, 2025. Today, I had listened to a video, part of one, when I was trying to remember what I had done the video about. It was a week or so ago. And I had said 2023, and I said, well, how am I saying 2023? It was 2025. Now I'm saying 2024. Okay. Anyway, I didn't get to take any videos at that Home Depot gardening center, because when I got out, I realized, you know, I should probably go to the restroom first. So I went inside the Home Depot, and then I finally asked someone where it was located, and my goodness, really? Okay, and I can tell you this, I am not used to what's going on with me with the health and everything, because I mean, I walked into there, and there was a park next to one of those shopping cart return places, and I like to park there because there's more room, and you know, you're not so close to people who will open up their door and slam it on your car, you know, kind of thing. So I usually park next to one of those. And anyway, so I had a shopping cart, and I walked in, and then when they told me it was way on the other side, she said just go down to number 11, which was on the far end from where I was, and go all the way to the back. Well, I don't know if this means anything to anybody. It really doesn't mean much to me. I mean, I understand it, but okay. It's around 128 square feet, that store. I mean, 128,000 square feet. Yeah. And I think the biggest Home Depots are in, I read up on it just a little while ago. I think it's in California. California and where else? I don't remember. But theirs was like 200,000 or something like that. Or maybe more. I think there was one that was more. Anyway, it's big. It's a far way. Now you would think, since, you know, I have heart failure, they don't seem to call it, I just heard on a commercial, they call it heart failure instead of chronic or congestive or whatever. They just call it heart failure these days. Anyway, since I have that, and I'm waiting to do an angiogram, and which just kind of scares me. But you know, you would think I would say to myself, don't go walking all the way back there. You know? Get one of those shopping carts. I mean, I am not in any way, shape, form, or fashion a medical voice of authority, so I could be wrong about all that and what's to come. But I mean, I got kind of far close to it. It takes a while, man. And I thought, why didn't I see if they have any of those electronic shopping carts, for people with disabilities or, health concerns right at the moment, whatever. And instead of going back, of course, I go all the way to the back to the restroom, and I'm getting close and closer. I'm thinking, I'm not going to make this. But I'm not feeling anything. I'm not feeling any pain, anything. I'm not breathing heavy, nothing. I'm feeling just fine. Okay, and I keep telling myself, don't go by that. Don't go by what you're feeling right at the moment. And I don't know. Like I said, I am not a voice of authority on any of this. I'm medical at all. So, I don't know because, trying to get some information hasn't always been easy. And in fact, I generally don't have any information on that from my healthcare provider. So, one of them, he told me, after I was in the hospital ER for it in March, that's when they discovered it. I said, can I work and can I actually, do physical therapy? He said, hey, if you're up to it, do it. I'm standing behind you. Now all of a sudden it went from there to EKG suddenly showing up bad. Really? And he wants to do the biggest test that at least the way he put it. He's the cardiologist for the angiogram. And then they would determine if they're going to put a stent, or he said something like to do the bypass or something. They would determine then, which I really didn't have all that much information about. And then he left on not a vacation, but yeah, let's say a vacation, and didn't tell me. So somebody else is going to be doing it, and it just goes on and on. Seriously, so I put it off because he said that would be he said there could be so many other things, just little things that's causing it, just nothing really, but that it could be something big. So we want to do this test, the big test, So anyway, I really don't know. I really don't know stuff, and so he's gone on vacation, and the one that who's going to do it, I don't know. I don't know him. But anyway, go on from there. So anyway, here I am way over the. Let's get back to this part. Way over at the, the restroom in this Home Depot. It's far, and I'm like, knew that we got there. Adam jumped out, and Adam will leave his cell phone, seriously, in my SUV. And I don't know, he's older than I've told him a gazillion times, what happens if something happens to one of us, how are we going to reach the other one if, but he'll leave it right there. He'll take his wallet, his keys, when I'm driving my car, not his, and whatever else, but he'll leave his cell phone. Rebellious teenager much? He's older than I am. Okay. And I really don't understand why he does that. I really don't understand why he does it. Because the truth happened like today. And this kind of, not truth, but this kind of thing can happen. So I get way back there and I'm thinking, I need to get him to get me one of those carts or somebody, because I don't know what I'm doing to myself. What could I be doing? And I remember he left his all day today, and yesterday, the day before, and every time he leaves it in the SUV. So I can't call him, and I'm thinking, okay, today's going to be a hot day. We had the what do they call it? The air quality alert. Today we broke a record high, and tomorrow we break a record high here in Texas, north of Dallas. Tomorrow it's going to be 100 and something. Today our feels like was 100. Our heat index at one point I saw 100. So Anyway, so he didn't have his phone. So I'm standing there going, okay, I'm just going to walk slowly back. And I didn't really walk slowly, but I'm just not used to it. I'm not used to having to be careful. And I need to be. I don't know. I really don't know if I need to be or not. All of this stuff is clear as mud. For me, it's seriously clear as mud. And believe me, I ask questions. When you hear crickets as answers, you know, quite often. There was one that went in more detail. It's just my regular PCP. But I don't know. So I got back to the front and I saw, as they do indeed have those little shopping carts for people with disabilities at Home Depot. They had one. I saw one. I don't know if they have other ones. And so I just sat down on it. I'm just gonna sit down. And it has a sign in the shopping basket kind of thing that says for indoor use only. Well, that's no good. I need it for help to take me back to my SUV. Seriously, where I parked, yeah, it wasn't, you know, right up there. So I just, you know, sat down for a little while. Then I walked in, and before I did, I started clicking my SUV to open up the door because I thought Adam's probably standing right there next to it. So I clicked beep beep while I was sitting down. I gave him enough time to get in. And then I click, locked him in. In case he wasn't there, it's locked. And then I did it again a little bit later. But I just sat there. Finally walked out, and there he was. Yep, he had. I said, how'd you get in? He said, when you opened it. And I'm like, okay. But I doubt he'll ever learn that he needs to have his phone with him until it happens to him. Then he might think twice after that. You know, like this time, I mean, I could have stayed in that store for hours waiting on him. You know, what was he going to do? You know? But, or not beeped it to open it. He said, I'm amazed that it went that far. Well, yeah, so was I. But, anyway, I've got all these clips, like from the first time we went to, you know, that Chinese restaurant buffet. I asked him just a little while ago how long ago that was, and he said at least a week, if not more. That's what I'm thinking. And then clips from today, clips of, you know, pictures and clips, snapshots and video clips, and then today, and the one that we went to yesterday, which was not a buffet. It was the taco one. I might add those, and maybe one flower one, because I didn't get to take any. I didn't get a chance to go into the garden here, but I had one clip left from a garden, another Home Depot I went to. Who knows? 2 weeks ago, whenever it was. Anyway, I'm wrapping this up. Talk to you on another video. Bye.